The pre-travel inspection that we will be doing today will follow the BLOWBAGETS checklist. I have my apron to protect my clothing, and at the same time, I will be wearing this cotton gloves so that it will also be safe for my fingers. First B of BLOWBAGETS is to check on the battery. First, let us check on the battery terminals. Make sure that the battery terminals are clean and free of corrosion. If in case there is a corrosion, then a steel brush will be most appropriate to brush the corrosion. It is also important using our hand tools, either box wrench or open wrench. It is important to check if the terminal are tight. Then if it is not tight, it is important you can use a hand tool to check on the tightness of the terminal. And using a box wrench, this can also be tightened in case it is loose. In case you are using an ordinary battery, it is important to check on the battery solution level. Second inspection item on BLOWBAGETS is L, or the lights. So first, it is important to make sure that the lens of our lights are clear so that it will give us full visibility. It is important to check that all the lights are functioning. Both the front lights, the headlights, the park lights, the signal lights, and of course the tail light and the brake lights. O is for oil. The most important oil that we have to check is of course the engine oil. When the engine is cool, it is the right time to check on the engine oil level. First, pull out the engine stick, wipe it clean, insert it again, and read. Okay, so we are on the right mark of our engine oil. It is between the minimum and maximum mark. And at the same time, the engine color oil is still okay. Now, in case that there is a need to top engine oil, it is important to use water oil to top it. W for water. It is important to check the radiator coolant or the radiator water so that it avoids the engine from overheating. This is the coolant reservoir. In our jeepney, we put water. But in our high-end vehicle, we normally use coolant that is anti-corrosive and anti-freeze at the same time. So here is where to check the full level and the low level. As you can see, what we have now is that our coolant is below the L mark. So it is important to do top up using our super long life coolant. This is already a premix to be topped in this radiator cup. Second D for BLOWBAGETS is to check on the brakes. It is important to physically pump on the brakes and to check its consistency. If it is spongy or if it is hard, it is time to go to your casa for repair. If in case there is a need to add more brake fluid, this is the brake fluid that will be used to tap. A for air. It is important to check the tire pressure on our tires using our tire gauge. Reading is at 20 psi. It is now time to compare what should be the psi of this tire. A Toyota vehicle, a sticker is placed at the driver's side near this area to show the proper tire inflation that must be used. G for gas. It is important to put the correct fuel inside your vehicle. This Innova is a diesel. It has to have a fuel diesel. It is also important to check the fuel cap if it is in good condition. So, check. Okay. E for engine. It is important to check the integrity of our engine. This is the engine's cover. The engine is beneath it. So it is important to look for leaks. Well, for this case, it is all okay. The second is it is important to see unusual sound that may be present in the engine. So we will start the engine to hear that. Engine seems fine. T is for tires. It is important to check the 4 tires, including the spare tire. Because when you need the spare tire and it is flat tire, then you are in trouble. Tires should be checked for thickness, and it should be checked also for the availability of the grooves, which also gives an indication of the tire's thickness. Tires should never be overinflated and it should never be underinflated as well. S in BLOWBAGETS means self. So before I drive an already pre-inspected vehicle, I have to make sure that me as a driver has to be physically, emotionally, and mentally fit to drive. The BLOWBAGETS is a simple checklist that all drivers can follow to make sure that we are ready to drive and at the same time our vehicle is safe for driving. Sharing is caring. Please share this information to family and friends for road safety. The life you save may be your own. Let's go!